This podcast is brought to you by SeatGeek. Our friends over at SeatGeek are giving us a promo code of TBA Wrestling. That is TBA Wrestling for $20 off your first purchase. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to Gunners Are Us, where we are positively Arsenal.
And that we truly are. This has been some of the best endorphins.
Yeah.
Some of the best dopamine rushes I've had in a minute. I mean, I was thinking about it last night, thinking, I'm going to record. I know Miller Mondays dropped a day late yesterday, but it was a Miller Monday.
Yeah.
Simon was, if you listen to the episode, extremely busy.
Yeah.
As far as being Gunners Are Us, feet on the ground at the Emirates for the Leeds game.
Yeah.
Then he went straight over to the O2 on the Sunday and covered AEW, not for Gunners Are Us. And then on the Monday, he had to do Progress, where he's in a match with Paul Waterhausen, the Hollywood actor from the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And Naked Gun.
Yeah.
So he's had a busy one. So we were talking throughout the weekend, but he was very busy. And then on the Monday, I went, I know it's interesting, but you got a Gunners Are Us to send over. And he was like, oh my God, I'm in the car on the way to wrestle this Hollywood actor. And he said, it's my priority, but it'll be tomorrow morning. And as you saw, it came out a day late. But wait, Miller Mondays it faltered, but it did not stop.
It didn't stop.
The engine light was on for a second there, but it's absolutely fine. It turns out it was just a weird lighter for the actual...
Well, it's like Miller Monday nearly went to Tottenham one day and then turned up at Arsenal the next day.
He did a bit of an Eze with that day.
Yeah, I'm almost as happy as Eze is right now with all of this.
And I want to say you should say Eze, because he's proven positive that that's how you're supposed to say it, and that's going to be a hard transition for me.
Or Easy
We could call him Easy. Ebereche Eze is his name. Eze. Remember that as George Ezra.
Oh.
Ebereche Eze.
Yeah, Eze.
It's going to be tough. I was just in an Arscast, and they brought out early doors that's actually how you pronounce it. And Andrew did an unbelievable job at repeatedly saying Eze, but James, by the end, was just saying Eze.
The commentators still say Eze, right?
Yeah, they do. I'm going to be honest, and I had this thought, and this is a completely off topic, and I swear to God we'll get to the podcast. Do you think the biggest, most well-known players in the world are a mixture of talent, but also their names can't be changed? Because, for example, when Bruno Fernandes says his name, he says Bruno Fernandes. So if I say Fernandes to someone from Portugal or Brazil or certain parts of Europe, they're going to go, huh?
Yeah.
Whereas if you say Bruno Fernandes,
they'll go, oh,
they go, yeah.
Yes.
So that's not a universal name because people literally pronounce it completely wrong. Whereas Messi is Messi throughout every language. Ronaldo is Ronaldo. Yeah, but like with, for example, Jose Mourinho, some people say Jose, but that's incorrect because that's Spanish-Mexican as opposed to Portuguese-Brazilian.
Yes.
But again, it doesn't translate because some people go, oh, do you mean Jose? No, I mean Jose.
Is that like Bruno Gyokeres, but it's actually Bruno Guimaraes?
Guimaraes, yeah. Raul Morales, we used to call him back in the day. There's a lot of those, and I started to think, I was like, God, Pele, Messi, Ronaldo, Beckham. You can't read, they're pronounced the way they are, and that's it throughout the world.
I've heard Big Deco likes it pronounced Declan Reese.
Big Deco, I thought you meant actual Deco. No. All in one rise. Anyway, it's been an unbelievable week, so please subscribe to here on iTunes and Spotify, give us a 5-star review, because there's going to be a lot of content, there's a lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh yeah.
We've added the second episode a week for your earballs to listen to. Thought you deserved an extra episode. Simon Miller Mondays, and then this regular episode on the Wednesday. What will be coming soon, the Patreon is made. Eventually what we're going to be doing this season as we kind of try and build up the channel is we'll be adding preview episodes. I'm going to try and jump on here pretty much every day and give you some kind of content, because every single day in the world of football now, something happens.
It's constant.
And it doesn't take much for me to be able to get in here and get in your earballs for your trip to work for 20 minutes or an hour or whatever it needs. So that will be coming this season. So if you're interested, please obviously jump on board. It will help run all of this. But for now, it has been a week, and I was literally laying in bed thinking, oh my God, the Eze news dropped literally 4 or 5 hours after we recorded last week.
Yeah, immediately after.
And I think I got a text. I want to say it was Jack, who's a listener and a friend. He said, wow, that Eze stuff you said on the podcast aged awfully within hours. And I think
Is that like me the week before with the Grealish stuff? And
yeah, potentially. I think I said, as much as he has been my dream signing for about 3 years.
yeah,
He's the guy I really want to watch at the Emirates. And I said that last week. I'm desperate to have him, and it felt like we were going to get him for a bit, and then it kind of went off the ball. And then when Airy re-signed, and it really did feel like, and I think James even for the Athletic said that basically Arsenal called their interest because when Airy decided to re-sign.
well, yeah, balance-wise, like
All of it made sense.
there's no room.
There is no room, and I said it last week. It kind of makes sense, and Spurs made way more sense.
Yeah,
They needed that player, that franchise player that's going to be creative in the middle.
yeah, they did.
I didn't know the sorcery that was in. Last Wednesday was a busy day. Joe and I had Peppercorn podcast. We had Gunners Rust podcast. We had Peppercorn Sports Cards stream.
And whatnot.
We had to post it all. We had to walk the dog. And Joe was here all day Wednesday. Usually he's here Tuesday into Wednesday. So Joe's a few hours from leaving now. But last week I was deep. He was staying there Wednesday night, going straight to work on the Thursday.
Nearly broke my neck.
Yeah, I might mention that later. Though on the Wednesday night, I was in bed late, and I knew we had to get up early with the baby.
Yeah.
Joe didn't have to. He just has an irrational thing of every time he comes over, if I get up at 3 a.m. with a baby, he has to appear.
I've got to do it.
Yeah.
It's only once a week, isn't it?
But it was about 11:30, and the news broke.
Yeah.
And I walked in
Yeah, you did.
pretty much naked into the other room, and I went, Joe, like all shaky, or a little bit shaky. I came in and I went, Eze is joining us.
Yeah.
And you went, what? And I was like, look, we've stolen him from Spurs. And Joe was like, what? And I was like, no, sure, is this? And it was all Ornstein and everything. I had Lewis, I had Bruno, I had everyone messaging me saying it. And I was going, what are the charts? I think we'd done a Whatnot stream maybe at that point. I don't remember when. We were busy, and I remember our phones were down.
Yeah.
And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh my word.
I don't. I completely forgot you did that until just then. I thought it was a dream.
It was, and I remember waking up Thursday just elated, just oh my god. And it was the fact that deal got done, and it's obviously in hindsight we've learned. On the Wednesday, so last week when we were doing all this stuff, he basically in the morning rang Arteta personally, having gotten the phone number from another England teammate.
Yeah.
Olawon Rice. And he said 1-to-1, I just want to confirm you do not want me before I sign any other contracts.
Yeah.
And he went, give me a minute, I'm going to go talk. Josh Kroenke was in the building. So was your boy.
Bert Hurlin.
Bert Hurlin. Joe's fantasy football name is unbelievable. Very techie, but
It's
very
at the top
good.
of the league as well, man.
You are. And they were all there and he said, we'll have a meeting and I'll get back to you. And basically he put Spurs off and said, the agent basically told Spurs he wants to play Thursday night in the Europa Cup conference. And then he'll sign probably Friday.
Oh, yeah.
And what that really meant was we need to quickly talk to Arsenal on the Wednesday. And then Arsenal said, yeah, we'll do that. And he went, oh, I'm not playing Thursday. And then it all broke. So, I mean, as far as lure goes of a player,
Yeah.
I think universally everyone wanted this player. We don't have a clue how he fits,
No.
but we all wanted this guy.
100%.
And I think sometimes you do overthink football,
Yeah.
especially now. And I think sometimes you got to just go, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I don't, like, for example, for a long time at Pep, under Pep at Man City, they would have Bernardo Silva, David Silvas and De Bruyne's, Foden's.
All the options.
They'd have all these players, and some of them I was like, I don't fully understand where they play, but they're all just talented, creative players.
Yeah.
They'd pop up. Foden would play on the left. He'd play at number 10. He'd be an 8.
Yeah.
He'd go, sometimes at a push, he'd end up on the right, and you'd think, I don't understand where he plays. Sometimes that is just the way teams operate. There's sometimes and even as said it in his interview, he said, I just want to play football.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less where I play.
Yeah.
You tell me, and I'm free.
I just want to play for the
I'll
Arsenal.
Obviously, as you would say, it's all going to work out in the end. Is that that song does something to me now? I don't know what it is, but yeah. So that all broke, and I just thought, I can't believe this is happening. And obviously, we've spent a lot. Like as Arsenal fans, like I know there's a lot of discourse online about Arsenal's net spend and since they last won a trophy and all these things. And you got to understand as an Arsenal fan, we've spent a lot of money. By the end of this, if Liverpool get Isaac, us and Liverpool are probably going to be neck and neck on sales.
Yeah.
On set signings, but they've sold a lot of good players.
Yeah.
Well, not a lot of good players, but for a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as an Arsenal fan, we paid off a stadium. We were 10 million in profit every year for about 10 years.
Yeah.
And every year we lost our captain.
Yeah.
Every year we brought through a French guy from the second division who was 18.
Yeah.
And we went, all right. And we got a fourth, and then we had to accept it. People go, why did you not win the league? It's probably because we're a net positive.
Yeah. Well, people would always say we need to spend money to win the league.
Yeah. And then we're at a point now where PSR-wise, I just saw a stat this morning with how much you bought your squad for currently and how much they're currently worth. And we're at the top of the pile.
Wow. Yeah.
So we're buying well now. I think there was a lot of mistakes early doors, and that's a mixture of Edu and Arteta and Raui, Sene. And if you look at what Tottenham are doing this summer, you look at what Forest are doing this summer, and the issues are being caused in those two clubs, maybe you see a common denominator there with our former head of director of football.
Yeah.
But either way, a lot of mistakes were happened, and that is where a lot of this money spent has been. But again, our squad, the building of our squad is, I think, the fourth richest in the country.
Wow.
The current squad.
Yeah.
So we should be winning stuff. You know, like I totally appreciate the whole concept of it all. That we spent a lot of money.
If you're going to invest, you've got to see results in any form of business.
You have to, and the pressure is on. We have to win something, I think, this year. But as an Arsenal fan, that's what I was going to get back to is, one, that's not our problem.
No.
Like, if Liverpool spend a load of money, I don't care.
Yeah.
My only issue was I thought they built their squad poorly.
Yeah.
And I think it's already been coming home to roost that I'm right.
Yeah, it's not doing well.
They had no right-backs this week. There's Szoboszlai at full-back.
Yeah.
They can't stop the ball getting through the middle. Wirtz looks very lightweight, which I said would happen.
Yeah.
He's going to come good, but he looks very lightweight. I just think they look very thin for how much they've spent.
Yeah.
We've spent a lot. But I think everyone can agree we've got far too bloated a massive, amazing squad.
Yeah. Yeah. And the results are showing.
Yeah, well, so far. But do you know what I mean? Like, when you look at the two squads, one's very full of good players and the other one's very thin. But when they're worth the same amount,
Yeah.
I think we just built the squad better.
Yeah.
Whether that turns into trophies, I don't know. But that was my issue. But the spending of the money, I don't really care as long as it's within the rules.
Yeah, why do we have so many conversations about how much money people are spending? Like, I don't. I mean, I know I kept saying last week I'm not going to listen to internet talk and pundits, but you still hear it. Why is that such a big part of the conversation? I mean, if they're legally allowed to use a certain amount of money,
If you're making the money and you can spend it,
yeah,
because the only thing I'd say is like we are at a point where, like, I've never seen Arsenal spend this in my lifetime.
no, never.
Like, it's so exciting because, for example, I've sat and watched Chelsea and Liverpool, and these people go, here's 80 million, here's 80 million, here's 80 million. I go, good God, like, I bet that's fun.
I bet we could do that.
Yeah, I bet that'll be fun to do one day. And I thought it wouldn't actually happen. So to have it happen now, I do want to enjoy it.
Yeah,
But there's also an element now where we spend so much. So I'm like, we're now looking at Hekapi.
yeah.
And I'm going, oh my God, like what? 60 million? Like what? Do we need to spend 60 more million? Like,
You don't need another left back, surely.
and it's another centre-back hybrid left-back. Kiwior already does that.
Yeah,
And for whatever reason, Kiwior was unbelievable the last 2 years. He pocketed Real Madrid. He's pocketed all these big teams.
yeah.
He's going for 23 million to Porto.
Yeah, that's mad. I understand letting him go for a profit or something, but I mean, if you're basing it on his last 2 seasons, he was really good. His money should be higher than that if that's what we're paying for.
I mean,
like,
if
Hekapi.
Kwanzaa is 40 million and Hekapi's 60 million, he's better than both of those players. And that's my concern is we are spending a lot of money now. And you're going, oh, like, which is fine. Again, I think you can only truly have a review of a transfer window in the 12-month PSR.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
So it's not even just this window. Like, we're probably going to sell 4 or 5 players before Friday. But it's not going to recoup even 70 million, I don't think, of what we spent.
No.
But what I look at is the PSR, which ends at the end of June next year.
Yeah.
That's the PSR window. So everything we've bought so far has been post July 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Except Zubimendi was in last year's books.
Okay.
So last year's books, technically, even though we didn't have him last season, was Zubimendi. It was Christian Norgard was in there just about.
Yeah.
And then last summer we bought in Moreno and we bought in Calafiori, I believe.
Yeah.
So overall, that's 100 and... It was 30... Norgard was 12, 15, something like
Yeah.
that. So let's say 75. And then Zubimendi was 55.
Yeah.
So 80, 130. So in that PSR window was 130. And we sold, I think it was £80 million worth of players.
Okay.
So it was about 60 million net.
Yeah.
That was that PSR. The current PSR is from July 1st onwards. We've spent a lot of money. That has been this summer. Kepa was also in that last one, so give or take 5 million. Since July, we've done Ezena, Gyokeres. We've done, help me out, Mosquera.
Madueke. Is there another one?
I think that might be it.
Yeah, I think in my head, because I know it's a lot more because of the
other players.
books.
Yeah, so that's how you got to look at it. But with that also comes another couple things. Because if you look at that, then I think Eze was 60 before the add-ons.
Yeah.
Because I guess that when the add-ons get paid, is also it goes towards your PSR.
Yeah.
But him and Madueke together is 115 million.
Yeah.
Gyokeres was 50 million.
Yeah.
Which I think actually is...
That is a bargain,
Yeah,
I think.
which is 165. And then there was one more, Mosquera 13. So instead of 15, that's 180 million.
Yeah.
And we're going to recoup maybe 60, 70 million on that. So it's 110.
It's close to the last setup.
Hikapi really takes it going.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say was the difference is this PSR ends at the end of June next year.
Yeah.
The transfer window is going to be open before the World Cup.
Yeah.
There's going to be movement before that World Cup. There's going to be a little bit of movement right before that World Cup.
Yeah.
Also January.
Yeah.
World Cup year. A lot of movements happen in January.
Window, yeah.
So I wonder if you sell your Sambis and your Zinchenkos and all these guys, Vieira, they all get sold Kivior now. But in January, what if that is when Jesus goes? Because he goes, I'm not going to play here behind Gyokeres and Havertz
Yeah.
and Martinelli and Trossard and all these players. I need to get in the Brazil squad. So I need to go, even if it's a loan with an obligation to buy in June.
Yeah.
Because they do these deals based on when they have to pay it by.
Yeah.
Because of PSR. So I wonder if there is a 30, 40 million pound Jesus deal that's done in January to June next year.
That'd be handy.
And then is there also potentially one of the players that we're kind of looking at going, is there big value in this guy?
Yeah.
When you look at Martinelli.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I desperately want to do this. There was a massive talk that this is Havertz's last year at Arsenal. That they wanted to, a lot of German teams were looking at him.
Okay.
It's like Munich and stuff like that. It depends, because if you look at it, Munich are going after Nicola Jackson in a minute.
Yeah.
Kane's on his last legs.
Yeah.
And Kane, I think there's a lot of talk that he might end up back in England before.
What do you reckon he'll do?
I would have thought he'd go back to Tottenham.
Yeah.
But they're looking for that next level forward. The German centre forward at the minute is Havertz.
Yeah, true. It makes sense.
It makes sense. He'll be 26.
That's what I was going to ask, is how old he is.
26 going on 27. He did all these years at Leverkusen. He became a real player at Chelsea and Arsenal.
He's an even smarter player now as well.
Someone like that, could he go to Bayern Munich in June next year, right before the World Cup?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I want him to. I don't want to lose mine. I love all our players.
Yeah.
But there's some point you got to go, there's money in this guy, and this guy. And you got to offset it. And I was thinking that earlier, and I was thinking, well, you gain back 60 million now. But what if next June there is, Jesus and a Martinelli or Jesus and a Havertz?
Can Jesus and Havertz go at the same time? Because that leaves it very weak behind.
Not in June. No, this is right before Euros. So Jesus would go in January.
Yeah.
But Havertz would go in June. So the season's over.
Okay, yeah.
And then after the World Cup finishes,
yeah,
Arsenal then go looking at a forward that probably did well in Euros.
Whoever did really
to
well,
be the backup to Gyokeres.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking is, I wonder if they do that, and then also that PSR window ends there. And let's say you do get 40 million, or let's say combined with Havertz and thingy, I think there's 90 to 100 million there.
Yeah.
Because they're actual assets.
You'd hope so anyway.
Yeah. So in this PSR year, you'd have 60 here and then 100 there. It's 160. And what did we say we'd spent?
It was around that mark.
It's about 180, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was around
in this PSR.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I wanted to say, was that was my breakdown of it, was the intricacies of that. Again, we may not sell anyone in January and June.
Yeah.
And we are massively
just stocking up,
and there's a lot of money spent with no real...
lot of wages.
By the way, our wages are lower now than they were last year.
That's mad.
Yeah, because
considering how there's quality.
There's some big wages that they're getting way too much money. But there's stuff like that I wonder if they've got that planned.
Yeah.
So maybe we are going to be stocked full until January, and then he's going to go, well, we're through the Christmas period. I know you guys are not getting enough playtime, and there's World Cup.
Yeah.
We can offload you with an obligation to buy.
Mm.
And they pay before July.
Yeah.
And then you get to that new PSI year, where it's a fresh new year, and maybe Arsenal go, all we need is a centre forward to back up Gyokeres. And that's it.
Little sprinkle
and
on
other
top.
than that you might see Mosquera come through and they go, do you know what, we'll take 100 million for Saliba.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, over a 3-year period, they go, oh, their net spend is like 50 million over
Yeah.
3 years. So you kind of got to see it through before you have a real opinion on it.
Yeah.
At the minute, I think we're massively spending. The Hikapi one really feels to me like, God, you're looking for trouble.
Well, it felt like the business we'd done before Eze was the business. Like, that felt like everything done.
Yeah.
And it felt like a lot at the time. Then you throw Eze on top, just out of nowhere. All by the hands of Eze, by the sounds of it, or Eze. But this last one is... it feels like we're getting a bit greedy now. Like, we're starting to stockpile everyone.
I'm going to be honest, I've never seen a lick of him play. I've heard people say he's very good, very quick, good at set pieces. He's young.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know, because you start thinking, is there a long plan? Is there someone that we're looking at that we are going to sell that we don't want to sell because they're stockpiling to get people ready? Because do you bring him in because you're going, well, next summer we're looking to, sell for big money, someone like a Lewis Skelly? I'm not saying it should be. I don't think it will. I think the reason they're doing this is they want Lewis Skelly to play more midfield minutes.
Yeah.
And I think with that would be next summer you start looking at moving on Moreno for 10, 15, 20 million.
Yeah.
And that midfield core becomes Zubamendi, and even Norgard could be Lewis Skelly and Zubamendi.
Yeah.
And it could be Rice and
it's more of
Winery and Eze and Odegaard, and that's your core.
It's like a style of business I don't think we're used to. Well, we're not used to it in football, I feel, in this country. We're not used to it with Arsenal, for sure.
Yeah,
But it feels very much like American sports, where you have your crop of guys that you get very attached to, but within like a season or two, you're now rotating out the guys you thought you could latch everything onto very quickly for the new stock. Like, you're kind of just bring like a Calafiori, that kind of player. Like, they come in, you go, okay, cool, that's my guy. I like that guy as left back. And then within a season, you're now moving him on and bringing in this new guy, like Mosquera for Saliba, let's say, where you kind of have to accept, oh, I thought Saliba was here for the long haul, but this is just how we do things now. Saliba's done his bit. We've now gained a profit for Saliba. Mosquera's now the new guy, and we can root for him for a couple seasons, and he'll move on, and there'll be another guy. That's just, it's like American sport.
I think sometimes you have to remember that you have to sell a first teamer at some point.
Yeah, whereas we get very attached.
Yeah, we are. And again, with Gabriel and Saliba, it's tough to even let any of them go because when you think about it, they're just too good.
Yeah.
That, whether Mosquera's unbelievable, he might be even better than Saliba. We don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be great, but you only know until you try. So at the end of this year, they might go, yeah, that wasn't.
No.
He wasn't that.
No.
And then you move him on, and you just go again. And then is Hekapi the new one? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but it just, and also there is another thing happening. There's two other things I want to say before we move on for those transfer parts. Is 50 million is the new 20 million.
Yeah.
And I think the game's just out of control.
Yeah.
So I think now when Strand Larsen's been rejected at 55 million to go from Wolves to Forest.
Yeah.
Or Wolves to Newcastle. 55 million.
Yeah. For
rejected
for a Wolves player,
yeah, and he's Strand Larsen's decent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
Gyokeres.
That's a jump. Yeah.
It's the same price we play for Gyokeres.
That's like us grabbing.
It's more.
That's like us getting Gyokeres now, but it's when he was playing for Coventry. Let's say, but we're paying 50 million for him from Coventry.
Yeah,
like
that's what I mean. The game's moved on, because people say oh, Haaland cost 60 million. We're not even going to get into the Haaland thing because he costs way more than the amount that people think he did.
Yeah, but
it's like saying, oh, Strand Larsen's going to go for the same price as Haaland. Yeah, but Henry got sold for 16 million, and so did Darren Bent.
Yeah.
Sometimes the game moves on, so it's hard to go, oh, Wenger over 5 years spent this, or Rafa Benitez once. It's a completely different game.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to mention was that also PSR, your problems become PSR over any rolling 3 years.
Yeah.
So even though the PSR window, you have a PSR window every single year. That's the end of June to the start of July, basically every year.
Yeah.
So June 1st, July 1st to July 1st. That has to be within the rules of whatever you made in that financial year. The other one is every 3 years, which is the UEFA one. So that is the one like with Champions League, and everything is based on a 3 year cycle. From what Ornstein said, is PSR wise, Premier League wise, we're miles away from it. We could do what we want. We could buy more players.
Yeah.
We're absolutely fine due to revenue, money made, player sales, wages, all that. We're absolutely well inside. The issue is the 3 year thing with UEFA is we've sold like 100 million or something over 3 years.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
So at some point there's going to be a rolling three where they go, oh, so they're going to have to do something soon, and they're going to have to cash in on someone.
We are notoriously bad at selling players, though. We've said it multiple times. Like we don't know how to make money off of very good players. I don't know if it's that we're not good at it, or if there's like a weird shade on Arsenal players, like you said about Kyrgios. Like he's potentially better than those other two players you named, who are going for probably more money. But he doesn't go for the same money. Like, even though he's just as good, if not better, the world doesn't think he's just as good, if not better. There's something about Arsenal players. They just don't get the...
Yeah. Well, it's the same as, like, if Saliba sold now, it's a £150 million centre-back.
100%.
He's probably the best centre-back in the world.
Yeah.
There isn't Van Dijk, because of his age, he'd probably be more expensive.
Yeah.
But you know full well we're getting 70 million. It'll be an obligation to buy after 6 months or something. Yeah. It'd be something weird, and you just go, what? We haven't seen Berta sell. No. This summer we have sold one player, and it's been Karl Hein for 3 million.
Yeah.
But that's probably a fair price for Karl Hein.
Yeah, and Berta is a different kettle of fish.
And also Karl Hein's been hanging on for about 5 years, and Berta's instantly got money for him.
Yeah. Berta's quite ruthless.
Yeah, I'll be interested how he does business.
Like, let's say we sold Saka right now. Like, let's price him how you feel... Like, not what we would potentially end up getting for him, but, like, how would you value
in today's
Saka?
market?
In today's market right now, if he was available, how much is he worth?
Well, if Isaac's 150 million,
based
on Saka being... If he was going in the Premier League as well, English, better record than Isaac.
Yeah.
Younger.
Probably in the top 5 Arsenal players of all time.
Yeah, he's in the top 3 best players in the league.
Yeah.
He probably... You'd want to say 200 million. No one's paying 200 million for a player nowadays. The problem is, it's very rare to even get the money for the player, because what they do is they go, would you see out your contract? And then he gets to within a year, and then they go, we'll have him for 60 million. We go, all right, because I don't want to lose him on free.
Yeah.
That's why the Isaac one's interesting, because he's under contract, but they really want to pay the 150 million.
Yeah.
It's very rare someone goes, we want to pay that. And I think Saka's going to not attract too much interest just because they know he's an Arsenal kid.
Yeah.
Whereas Isaac's Swedish, he's at Newcastle, you can tell he wants to be winning Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
So there's a want. Whereas with Arsenal, why would you test Arsenal's resolve in Saka's when you know he's an Arsenal fan? Unless you're Real Madrid. But Real Madrid will never pay that kind of money anymore.
Yeah, and the only way that would happen as well is if Arsenal really fell off.
Yeah.
Like, if Arsenal weren't actually contenders.
I think if we lost this year, like, we just say we don't win anything, and they get rid of Arteta, and Glasner becomes our new manager.
Yeah.
I could definitely see a world where Saka, Saliba, and a couple others go, like Rice, and go, do you know, I would like to try another project.
I need to go see if I can actually win these things.
And then you do end up in a revolving door. You lose those 3. All of a sudden, Mosquera is that starting centre back. To replace Saka, we buy Semenyo from Bournemouth. And albeit we have literally Dalman and Waneri and people like that are already at the club.
Yeah.
But...
And 40-year-old Trossard will still be there?
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's very easily you do go, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you are struggling to get top 5 and you think, oh, we're in a revolving door again.
Yeah.
So you got to be... That's why you got to take the wins with you. We're spending a lot of money. We're doing extremely well in the league as far as the last few years. This year's, we'll find out. We have to enjoy it, and I know that there's a big thing about our spending currently, which is hilarious when Man United have bought 3 players.
Yeah,
they spent... As it stands, Arsenal and Man United have spent the same amount this summer, and they've bought 3 players. It's very... and we've bought like 9.
Yeah.
And again, it's a lot of money. But I mean, they haven't won yet.
No.
They haven't scored a goal with their actual players.
I think the Arsenal thing, people feel threatened. I think the minute we start doing really well and everything's so positive, there has to be something to point out. I mean, that the bubble that we were in, the positivity bubble that we were in on Saturday evening, when that game was happening, from the Eze walkout, which was...
Good use of Eze.
Off the chair.
The Eze thing, yeah, guys, don't say it's cringe, it's fun.
It was off the charts. Like, I was sat there watching it without reading anything yet. And I remember putting a thing in the group, and I was like, anyone else watching this walkout from Eze? It's different level.
Yeah,
like, the vibes...
You went Eze then.
Yeah, sorry. It's going to go back and forth. Easy swaggered out into the Emirates with his baggy jeans on.
It was aura farming, some would say.
It was ridiculous. Like, you didn't have to do much.
It was cool, and I'll say this, shout out to Arteta for removing that tunnel. Because that looks way cleaner.
It was classy.
It was something, it was really surreal.
The bubble.
The whole day, that whole week from last Wednesday when we finished the podcast, getting that information, I was then like waiting to watch Palace on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see either is he going to play it, they're going to talk about it, is it happening? Then Friday going, oh, they're going to announce it.
Yeah.
And then they didn't. I thought,
Yeah.
oh, they're going to announce it before the game. And then that Saturday, I was just getting closer going, oh, and then all the news was coming out. We had insider information.
We had a little bit, yeah.
A little bit. Not to get him in trouble, but, you know, it was like, oh my God, but they're going to announce this guy on the field.
Yeah.
And you're getting like, I was trying to get sat down early to be like, okay. And then they show it and you're thinking, oh my God, Eze and then Eze. And then then the game starts and we're thinking, oh, we've got Gyokeres starting. This is a game for him. And now we'll get to the game a little bit. Because the Eze stuff is just... Watch the Ian Wright interview and watch the behind the scenes on their YouTube. You can't not smile. The guy has...
He's so happy.
He actively can't believe his life's come full circle.
Yeah.
And it's hard not to look at and just go, this is really joyous. Like, it's just, like I said to Joe, it almost feels like a handout.
Yeah.
It feels like Arsenal went, we've got a little bit of room PSR-wise. Go on then, jump in.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what worries me slightly. Is like, it feels like, do they have a plan for this guy?
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just hard not to watch and go, God, he's just living a dream. And he just keeps looking around and just laughing.
Yeah.
You can tell he can't believe it.
And he took a chance. He's the one that made it happen. Like it wasn't like one of those situations where his agent's like, "Oh, Arsenal are interested. Like, do you want it?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course I do."
I'm interested how much this has happened before, and like the other team go, like Arteta goes, "We can't, unfortunately." And he signs for Spurs.
Well, we've seen players turn up in the parking lot before.
Yeah, but because now what we've seen with all his mum bringing out all his kits, him saying emotionally, this is more than what we can say in words to my family, me being at Arsenal.
Yeah.
And he was pointing out the seat he watched Arsenal, his dreams of being an Arsenal player.
Yeah.
He said he's on trial every time he's played Arsenal to come here.
Yeah.
Now we know all that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we wouldn't have known this if he joined Spurs.
No, he kept it very
How mad would that have been?
nuts. And it's all because of him. Like, he's the one that took the chance.
And his quality, got him.
But on that day, when he nearly went to literally our rivals...
Which also, I guess, shows an element of desperation. He reached out. Because he would have been playing for the opposition.
Yeah, but talk about, like...
The rival. Like, if Arteta said no, he would know in his head, like, I reached out to their biggest rival's manager and said, please sign me. And then they said no. And then I went, cool. And again, I'm sure he would have used that as fuel.
Oh, 100%.
And as a professional, he would have scored against us for Spurs.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would have kissed the badge by the looks of it.
No,
but he would have definitely used it as fuel to go, you should have done it.
But talk about that one, he's very happy to be there, clearly. But that feeling of adulation where you've shot your shot and it worked.
And then within a day, you're at the training ground with the dog.
And you've now diverted away...
You've
diverted away from your childhood team's rival to go to your childhood team because you picked up the phone, not your agent, no one else. Yep. You literally had to make that happen.
Yeah.
That, what's the, how you say, the relief. Like, the feeling of...
Yeah, I think that's why he's so excited. I think he's going, this could have been so different this week.
Yeah, he's probably shaky. He's like, I did that. Like, oh my God. What did I do?
Yeah, it's forced it along.
There's Win. Let's touch him. What's the name? Remember the name.
Yeah.
Remember the name.
I really wanted to remember that. I don't know. It was quite surreal. And then let's jump into the game a little bit because we later on found out we definitely need Eze.
Yeah.
Eze.
Yeah, it worked out well.
I think I'm going to stop correcting myself because I think it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because I feel like no one's listening.
Just say Eze.
Like everyone's going, well.
Yeah, everyone knows Eze.
Anyway, we got Gyokeres starting.
Yep.
And we got Madueke starting. And, I've been a Madueke believer from the get-go. I like this guy at Chelsea. He's a player that I wouldn't say he's a dream signing for me, but I would have... Last year at Chelsea, I would have said their two best players were Madueke and Cole Palmer, and I knew we were never going to get Cole Palmer, nor did we need Cole Palmer. But I was like, I would take him in a heartbeat.
You just made me realise something very quickly when you said that then, is Arsenal somehow are formulating my fantasy football team.
From last year.
Eze, Madueke,
when they all played for different, last year that was your fantasy football team. They all played for different clubs.
Yeah, they're all my fantasy. Kepa was probably in there.
Bournemouth.
There's players that you would use in your fantasy team that aren't Arsenal players. They're now all Arsenal players. And by the way, also, Eze is already still in my fantasy football team, now wearing an Arsenal kit.
You got 4 Arsenal players.
Yeah, I do,
yeah. So I was excited to see that. I'm going to be honest. I thought that first 30 minutes, I thought, I don't know.
Yeah,
it felt clunky.
We weren't breaking them down.
Again, and it felt like I said before, I think it felt like our first time playing this season because the Man United game was such an oddity. Yeah, that one, we were so off it.
Yeah.
2, they were on it.
They were at it, yeah.
we showed a lot of grit and determination to kind of eke out that 1-0. But it really didn't feel like we'd seen us play football. And you thought, is this cause or causation? Like, do you know what I mean? You're kind of going, is this what we are now?
Yeah.
Or is this... Because realistically, having watched Fulham and Man United now,
Yeah.
we were playing against Man United like we were playing at Anfield.
Yeah.
And that's a little odd.
Yeah.
And I don't know if because we have a bit of a voodoo there and we don't win there often at all. When we do, it's only 1-0 and it's very tight.
It's a horrible place to go.
So you know, in your head, you're kind of going, is it Man United? Is it Old Trafford? Is it us? Are we just a rough watch now? Or was it just a bad day? Were people unfit?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we know Gyokeres isn't fully fit.
Yeah.
We can see he's not
still
fully
running
fit.
in Timberlands, as you say.
Yeah. We'll get to that. That's why, and also, by the way, that isn't it is a little bit of a jibe, but it's also kind of what I love about him.
Yeah.
But the Declan Rice was completely off it at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Zubimendi was making all sorts of weird passes. And again, that continued this week into that first 30 minutes where I thought, this is clunky. Like, we've made a lot of changes. Like,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you start looking at it going, I don't recognise the way we play. And then it slowly started to come. And here's the thing with we got a lot of stick online, obviously, last year about set pieces. I think it's ridiculous. As an Arsenal fan, like I was saying about the spending, we spent so much of our lives watching us be soft on set pieces.
Yeah.
We never scored set pieces growing up.
No.
And then we'd concede a lot.
Yeah.
And everyone go, they've got to be stronger. They've got to be a bit more savvy, less naive. They need to, figure out how to get a couple goals.
Take opportunities, yeah.
Right.
Make opportunities and take them.
We then became one of the, potentially the best ever Premier League team at set pieces over the last few years, ever. And the reason we even started that concept was, if you remember, 90% of the league play a low block against us.
Yeah. It's hard to break down.
To break down a low block, there's a lot of things you've got to go away. You've got, shots, crosses. Sometimes crosses are a problem because it becomes too samey. It's very easy to defend.
Yeah.
You need tricky players. You need wild cards that are going to just run directly at the middle. And the other one, everyone always says to break down a low block, set pieces.
Yeah.
Free kicks, corners, penalties.
Yeah.
Get the ball in the box, see if you can win a penalty. To break down a low block, people are saying, like, you got to find a way of breaking it down. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
Same reason why City can't. Same reason the best Barcelona team sometimes went, we can't break it down.
Well, that's sport. Like, if the other team's set out to...
Yeah. And sometimes you break it open. Sometimes you watch a game and you go, it's like City or Liverpool versus Bournemouth, and you go, this, by the way, that was a bad example because that was a really good game. But let's say you're watching it, and as an Arsenal fan, you go, God, I could do with Bournemouth winning this.
Yeah.
And you watch it, and you go, God, they're just sat in their own box.
Yeah.
And you go, pressure's going to build and it's going to go in. And then it gets to 60 minutes, and you go, God, they still can't score.
Yeah.
Because when Premier League players are really...
Yeah. If that's their job that day, is to stop you
it's
scoring,
really
they're going
hard
to
to
stop
score.
you scoring.
But sometimes what happens, you watch it for 3 minutes, and you go, God, it's going to be a long day.
Yeah.
And then Szoboszlai hits one, it ricochets off two people's heads, it rolls to Etitike, and he rolls it in.
Yeah.
And the whole game is now blown open.
Yeah.
The low block is gone.
Yeah.
Sometimes managers will say, pretend it's 0-0.
Yeah.
And then at 70 minutes go, now pretend it's not.
Yeah.
But realistically, that breaks the game, because therefore, a couple of them are now thinking, I need to get loose a little bit here. Because if we do win the ball back, I'm going.
Yeah.
Because we're losing.
Yeah.
It naturally removes everyone from 100% focus to a couple have 90, a couple of them have 5% focus now.
Yeah.
The rest of them are still in the moment.
Yeah.
But either way, that little creak in the door allows you back in now. Now you can get 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
The best way to break that open is, like I said, it's random acts of genius, like magic. It's deflections. It's set pieces.
Oh, yeah. Luck, all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
We spent a couple of seasons ago really messing up a title challenge because we couldn't break it down.
Yeah.
Then we learnt set pieces. What you can do when teams are low blocking, the one thing you can guarantee you can get is corners.
Yeah.
Because they are defending the 18-yard box.
Yeah.
So if you do cross it, chances are they're going to header out for a corner.
Yeah.
They're going to long throws, corners. These things are going to happen a lot.
Yeah, to put it out wide, see what happens.
Because probabilities, they're going, I'd rather you be crossing it from a corner than us dealing with you centrally.
Yeah, because we could set up.
Then we started to score a lot of set pieces. So now that there's a double-edged sword here. Now when we got you in a low block, they got two options. They go, do we knock this out for a corner and then probably concede, or do we keep it in play, and then people like Odegaard and Saka are going to score?
Yeah. Yeah.
So now they're caught between the two.
Yeah.
So they don't know I don't know how to deal with that. Which now opens the door slightly for our creative players.
For something else.
And it also opens up the door for our defenders when we get the corners.
Yeah.
I think it's genius. I think it's brilliant. And what happens is usually the first goal in these low block games now, it's a set piece.
Yeah.
Then the second goal is usually open play.
Yeah, because we cracked it.
Because the door's open. And then it just... And then after that, if you give us a set piece, we'll probably score from it because we're very good at them.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, Gary Neville...
He was at it from the get-go. Like, they can't do this.
Yeah.
He was like, what?
Why?
We just scored a goal.
It's sport. Like, if you figure out in any sport, every team...
It goes back to MMA, doesn't it? In places like that.
Yeah.
Daniel Cormier was world champion because every time you thought you could knock him out, he'd just throw you to the ground because he's a great amateur wrestler. He's Olympic level.
And even then, though, people watching, commentators...
said...
They were like, oh, just stand up and bang. Like, why?
Yeah, if I'm good at that, I'll take that to the bank and I'll use that.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. And it came this time. It was a really good header from Timber, who had an unbelievable game. But Declan
Anyone
Rice...
triple captain Timber this week?
They're one guy.
I bet.
There's always one. When someone gets like mad score, everyone's always like, did someone triple captain?
I genuinely, when I was watching the game and Timber... Because I captained Gabrielle that week.
Yeah.
Because I assumed clean sheet 1.
And you might get a header.
Probably get a header, maybe 2. Timber did it instead. But in my head, I was thinking, I bet Scott's got Timber. Because you love Timber.
I can't pull our fullbacks in because I think he's really...
It rotates.
He's becoming a bit Pep Roulette.
Yeah.
Arsenal players in general are becoming a little bit Pep. And it's because the reason why fantasy football is impossible to have Man City players is because they had a giant squad.
Yeah.
And they're all very good.
Yeah. Haaland was the only one that often would play most games.
Haaland.
Or Edison.
Yeah, and Diaz maybe.
Yeah.
But everyone else was interchangeable every week and you really didn't know. So you couldn't really rely on a winger or something.
No.
We are officially at that Man City phase of our squad is so big.
Yeah.
Any given week, I don't know who's going to play left wing. I don't know who's going to play centre forward. I don't know who's going to play left 8 or 6.
Yeah.
It's centre backs are probably the only ones I definitely know.
Yeah.
But we're at that point now where so Timber takes that corner, and we're going, all right, we got the one, and you think, because at that point I started to think this could get to 60 minutes and we haven't scored, and this could become a problem.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable in any way.
No, we weren't creating.
And then straight after that, I think there's a moment where Zubamendi tried to play a ball through the lines to, I think it was to Odegaard's feet. And he tried it and he got cut out. It went right back to him and he tried it again and he got cut out. He tried it again and it got cut out. It was like he was so determined. I thought, I'm glad I saw that because it's not too negative.
Yeah.
He really wants that ball through.
Yeah.
And then eventually that ball does end up bobbling around a little bit. Rice wins it back and then they regenerate it. And then Saka on his right foot just absolutely smashes it in on his weaker foot.
He really did.
And then I think that was at half time. Around that time, Odegaard went down quite heavy on his shoulder. Shout out to Lewis, who's on this podcast a lot. He did an AC sprain.
Yeah.
Very bad one.
Tenting.
And there's tenting. And you can tell by the way Odegaard's kind of touching at it, there's something different.
Yeah.
Because he's really concerned, like, oh, that doesn't feel right.
There's a peak where it never used to be.
Yeah.
There's a peak where there used to be a trough.
Which tells me it's not a dislocation, it's an AC joint, which, again, can be 3 weeks. It can be 6 weeks. It can be 3 months.
Yeah.
And all of them might not be surgery.
Yeah.
And from wrestling world, Elton Prince, obviously Lewis, Rhea Ripley, both didn't have surgery, but both tented.
Yeah.
And they were out for 3 months.
Yeah.
There's football players that have done this and strapped it up like Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
And played for 2 more years before they've had the surgery.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that will mean, but when you run,
it hurts.
It's going to be a problem. So you're going to have to do something. But
can I just ask, like, people get annoyed with teams relying on like set pieces. Are they also getting annoyed when you get goals from turnovers?
No, because that's like literally Liverpool style. It's Newcastle style.
But that's what I was going to say. Do they want every goal to be so perfect that it's like it starts with the keeper and ends up with a goal? Like,
well, it's like if let's say you kept spamming long shots.
Yeah.
And they kept going in.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, why does he keep shooting? It's so annoying. It's boring.
They're just picking what they want to get.
That's what I mean. It's just it's whatever. And like I said, if we again last year people were like, oh, all they scored was set pieces. Scored 17 set pieces.
Yeah.
We scored 90 goals.
Yeah.
we scored a lot, but it's in comparison to the rest. And also, we usually use them to break open tight games or low blocks.
Oh, it's part of the tactic.
We won a couple 1-0s last year on set pieces.
You got to believe in the.
We scored. By the way, we scored 6 goals this year. 3 of them are corners.
I'll take that. 50-50.
And 1's a penalty. Only 2 open play.
But you've got to trust the process and how he wants it done. Like if his idea is if we can't break him down, cool, we're going to go to corners and we're going to rely on that to break the door open. You got to trust the process. I noticed like when in that game there was times where the ball would be going forward with us, nothing would be coming of it, and then they'd obviously sweep it all the way back to Raya. Like they'd go from front all the way to the back and start again. And the Arsenal fans were booing.
Yeah.
because we were going back to the goalkeeper, which in my head is like, well, Arteta's clearly telling them to do this. If you're not trusting the manager, what are we doing? Like, you've got to trust the manager. If he wants them, if nothing's on when they're up top, recycle it back to the goalkeeper and go again. The crowd get frustrated. But then as the crowd got frustrated, I think Raya did one that actually almost nearly worked out, or did work out.
Yeah, he's waiting for the moment. I saw that even on commentary. There was a bit where Raya had the ball at his feet, and it genuinely had it for like 20 seconds. And Neville did the, oh my God, just kick the ball. Like, what are we doing? Like, this modern... And I was thinking...
But it's a game plan.
Yeah, he was waiting for them to come up. Yeah. And if they don't come up, he's then going to play it short.
They're executing what the manager's told them.
Yeah, and literally moments later, they jumped.
Yeah.
Leeds.
Yeah.
And he went over the top. And
I think it was Calafiori. He was like on his own.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden we were nearly scored the first goal. And you're just like, yeah, that's why he's not a manager and stuff like that. Like,
do you think...
And I also get it, because he's a Man United fan. He's watched them do that.
Yeah.
And it goes nowhere, and it usually leads to a mistake.
And also, do you think these commentators and pundits, like Neville is a prime example, do you think that's his genuine opinion? Because he's an older player now that's just looking at it from an older mind?
Yeah.
Or do you think he's just doing what all the fans are doing and playing into that? Because he knows the fans react that way. Like, oh, God, just get on with it. Or like, boo, like, work harder. Like, is he not just playing into I was going to use a term then. It kind of sums it up, but it may be a little derogatory. The working class audience.
Oh.
Yeah, they're watching football through the lens of just not...
Get stuck in.
Yeah, they're not. It's not tactical. It's just like, oh, get on with it. Get up. Like, work harder. Run.
But the problem with that is, what I don't get is, we then do something that is more suited to that style with set pieces.
Yeah.
But they have an issue with that. So like when we hold the ball and we ask them to press us and then we go over the top and play a couple nice passes and score an open play goal.
Yeah.
It's like, why do they insist on having the goalie do that?
Yeah.
And then you go up the other end and you just hoof it long. It gets kicked out for a goal, for a corner. You score it and they go, they just score set pieces. So you can't really win, and that's why also it doesn't really matter.
No, none of it matters.
All it matters is you win the game. And I'll say this. Generally, when you watch like a lower league team, I've gone to see Portsmouth live, stuff like that. The crowd got absolutely mad when you win a corner.
Yeah.
And nothing ever comes of it.
No. It's just an opportunity.
Yeah, which is, as an Arsenal fan, we never got corners because we didn't want corners because we couldn't do anything with them. We literally, the Invincibles would go all the way back to their goalie from a corner.
Yeah.
Because we'd rather you not be in the box.
Yeah, just go again.
Yeah. So now it's quite exciting because when you get a corner, you go, oh,
something's happening.
Something's going to
Here we go. Get a quick sneaky bet on Gabriel, bet responsibly.
Yeah, a shot on target, Gabriel's usually a good one. But, or a shot at goal.
Shot is good, yeah.
But they've got savvy to that.
Yeah.
But the so it gets to half time. I think Odegaard's gone off injured at that point. And it's a little bit worrying because of obviously Liverpool coming up. But as they sat in the crowd, we got Waneri come on, playing in his correct position. And you're thinking, do you know what? I'm not as worried as I would have been this time last year when Odegaard did go out and Moreno started to be our number 10.
Yeah.
I was like, no, we got options now. Yeah. We're good.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, it's a shame, but... And the Odegaard shame is not so much the creativity anymore. It's more the intelligence he does in the press and the work he gets through, which we've already lost half of that with Havertz.
Yeah.
Odegaard and Havertz work great as a defend from the front team.
Yeah.
And to create chances for other players like Saka. Whereas now we've got rid of one and we've got Gyokeres up there who isn't tactically even close to Havertz.
No.
And isn't going to do close to what Havertz does.
No.
And doesn't have the chemistry with Odegaard to know what they're doing without even talking.
Yeah.
As far as blanket presses. And then now removing Odegaard and you're putting in a Waneri or a Eze they're super intelligent players.
Yeah.
But they don't know exactly how to do that thing yet.
No.
So it changes our whole landscape a lot. But again, the depth is there. There's no excuses there. The second half starts and all we're thinking is we just want to see that damn celebration.
Yeah.
He missed a weird one in the first half where the ball got cut out and passed to him. And he snatched it on the penalty spot with an open goal. And at that point I remember thinking, because all that's ringing in my head is I thought he was actually decent at United. The only one I didn't like was he only got loose on that left, and he got it stuck under his feet, and then
he was trying to hold it up, and then he lost it, and
he was running towards goal, and then he hit his heel, and he went the other way. And I thought, I bent the flashbacks, and I thought I don't know what's going on.
I'm pretty sure he touched his hair right after it as well.
And then this week I thought he started fine. He was he wasn't really in the game, but I was like, he started fine.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and I thought, and I was ringing back to that last one. I was going, what is happening? Have we what have we done?
Yeah.
Is there? That was the first time I had a little crack where I've gone, ooh. And then the second half, Calafiori puts him in a channel, which apparently you'd never get that kind of time in the Premier League.
Mm.
And he runs the half a length of the field, cuts in and scores.
Yeah.
And runs off doing his celebration. And I thought, oh. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I tentatively put that mask up towards my face.
Arguably, there was nothing tentative about what I did.
You stood up.
I've never reacted to a goal like that. I watched the first goal in my front room with the doggos. And when it went in, I made no sound. And the first goal we scored.
Corner, yeah.
Yeah, I just threw a fist up like this. I just shook my fist slightly and then carried on watching. I didn't even react. I was like, cool, there it is.
Set piece.
I've waited for that.
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
There it is.
Guaranteed
We go again. But then when he scored that one, because of the style of how he scored it as well, where he just kind of...
And his relief that he got off the mark.
It was all of it. It was the sauntering into the box. It looked so simple.
Sauntering in the box or kind of like falling into the box. Like, he's falling with style at all times, I feel like.
Or, as you mentioned, almost like a builder in his Timberland boots, like on
like
a work site.
It does feel a little bit...
He was heading towards his lunchbox.
He feels like his boots are a little heavy.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. Like,
no,
there's a fine line between Haaland and Lukaku, and they're both very good football players.
Yeah, they're fine.
There was finesse to the whole goal. He isn't Henry. He's not Etitike. That style, that kind of, when you watch it, you go, ooh.
There's no...
There's no finesse.
No finesse.
There's no finesse. And that's not a problem. We've had that.
Yeah.
We've had players like Giroud who are ultimate finesse.
Yeah.
But also miss 50 chances.
Yeah.
I'm all right having a guy clunky, physical.
Yeah.
Simon was there live, and he might have mentioned in his podcast this week, actually. He's nasty. He just kind of kicks and runs through people.
He's like that big kid on the playground that just kind of turns
bigger
up.
Than the other players.
Yeah, turns up and just pushes his way through.
And I kind of love it.
But the celebration for that one, though, I mean, as soon as he scored, I jumped up, belly laughed, whilst walking towards the TV with my mask on.
Yeah.
Like, I've never reacted to a goal like that.
The weird one for me was there was no one in the room.
No.
And I was just kind of like staring at it, and I couldn't believe... I was like, is he going to score? And then he scored. And then when he did the mask, I tentatively half put the mask on.
Half.
Sat on my own.
On your...
And then I went... And I put my head around the door where Bruno and my dad were there. Our dad.
Were they not watching?
They hadn't come back in from the second half.
Oh.
Because they were eating some food. And he goes... And I go... He scored.
He's scored.
That's what I said.
You also said it through a mask.
No, it was well off at that point.
I think there's a difference between me putting my mask on my own and you putting your mask on your own in that style.
I was nervous.
It was almost like you're just sat there like...
Yeah, it was. It was like it nearly got to my face and I had to like get rid of it. But that was like a really good one.
Yeah.
That was like, I was really happy with that. And then we score another set piece. In amongst their, Saka goes down with a hamstring.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell how bad that injury is because at the time, the way his reaction very much felt like this is something I felt before last season in the left leg, not the right this time.
Yeah, he seems to know pretty quick.
And he looked very dejected. A lot of the old lip readers have come out and he's saying to the physio, it's just cramp. Is he saying it's just cramp, or is he saying it's just cramp? Like, as in like a panic.
Panicking,
yeah, like it's just cramp, honest. Or is he saying it's not cramp?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's saying something to do with cramp. Or he might be saying it might be cramp.
I mean, he's just terrified they're going to try and stretch it out.
We don't know, yeah. So either way, precaution-wise, because he doesn't know, I guess they don't do anything. But when he goes off to talk to Arteta, there's another angle where it looks like he says, Arteta goes, so you'll be all right. And he said, I'll be fine. But that's also just based on people online lip reading.
Yeah.
So there's been a report since James, again, from The Athletic, had the scoop, which was that both don't look as bad as they initially thought.
Yeah.
And they're both like 3 to 4 week injuries.
Yeah.
Which would put them out, though, of this horrible start out of Anfield away, their respective internationals, which is actually helpful for us because it gains us nearly 2 weeks of them not playing football.
Yeah.
Then Forest at home, City away.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Forest at home. Forest at home, City at home, Newcastle away.
Yeah.
Which is...
not ideal.
No, none of it's ideal, but they also could be back for maybe Villa away. Newcastle away.
That's definitely, though, the first time I've watched an Arsenal game.
And those two, including Havertz, having those 3 injuries and not going, oh God.
Yeah, 3 of our biggest players, and actually going, we'll be fine. And not with a high-pitched voice because I'm nervous.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, and what caused this game with that fourth goal from Timber was that we could bring on Max Dowman, which I think was quite an exciting moment.
Again, part of the positive bubble. There's so many things in this bubble.
And he's so incredible. And, you know, the biggest issue with youth football to men's football is genuinely the physicality. And it sounds silly, but when people are playing for a paycheck at 28 and they've got a mortgage, they've got kids, they've got a wife, I know they're paid a lot of money, but you want to stay at the top of your game so you can stay at that club or a bigger club or more money. It's a job. There's passion, but there's a job.
Yeah.
When you've got a 15-year-old who is not fully grown,
No.
he's not playing for money. He's not making money.
No, he's at school still.
He's just doing it for enjoyment. The hardest thing is for that player to be competitive because you're playing up against people who it's do or die.
Yeah.
I have to get this. I got to be good enough to stay here and make this money.
Stay in this team, stay in this league, stay in a job.
Pay bracket, everything. Yeah. And he did. Went out there. He got, I think it was Goodmanson, is it?
Goodmanson, yeah.
In a tango over there. In pre-season, he was one of our best players, if not our best winger at all.
Yeah.
And he won a couple penalties.
Yeah, he did.
He had a couple of shots, a really nice edge of the box. What I'd say, though, is whether the shots weren't on target and whether, you know, the tackle, he wins a foul, he also then wins a penalty, which we'll get to. In the time he was on, he created such a stir.
Yeah, he did.
That's the thing you got to look at. At 15 to do that. Like, you know, when you watch Martinelli and people... And again, Martinelli's a tough course because he's been kind of coached backwards.
Yeah.
He's an unbelievable defender. Martinelli will start against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Because he will do the work.
Yeah.
So it's hard to go, oh, he doesn't create as many chances. No, because half the time he's defending.
Yeah.
Max Dowman isn't worrying about defending as much as what Martinelli is.
Not yet.
And he's also on at a point where it's 4-0.
Yeah.
And he's at home. The other team are kind of fed up.
It's
different. But still, he creates so much havoc.
Yeah.
Not in his right position either.
No.
And he's 15.
Yeah.
So, unbelievable. He wins that penalty. A lot of people are saying Gyokeres stole it off him. There was no chance Max Dowman was going to take that penalty.
No.
Why would a 15-year-old be put in that kind of position? I know there's no pressure, but that could shape his career for no apparent reason.
It sounds lovely in hindsight if he scores.
That guy's job is not to take penalties. His job is to win penalties.
Yeah.
And to create chances.
The guy who needs to take the penalty is the one that took it.
And he's very good at them. And he licked his lips with an overly large tongue. And he smashed it in there, Harry Kane-esque. And I'm going to say that again. He is so similar to Harry Kane, I think, as far as a style, the body shape, the movement, everything. He goes over, he throws the mask up again, and he does the hair flick, which...
We've got Harry Bane.
We've got Harry Bane, Joe, and you absolutely stole the show on the journey to wrestling at the weekend when you told me that. Harry Bane is the episode of the...
He's evil Harry Kane.
That's the name of the episode. He is evil Harry Kane. He does the hair flick, which was a shout out because he had more hair flicks than touches last week.
Yeah.
He's now got 2 and 2.
Yeah.
And that is a big thing with these guys, especially with the modern media and 007 and all this type of stuff. Etitike, he's got 1 in each game. He's got 2 and 2.
Yeah.
You know, Gyokeres got 2 and 2. But then you look at Sesko, he's hardly played a minute.
Yeah.
He's played a couple of minutes, so it's irrelevant. But Cunha and Mbeumo, all of a sudden that pressure goes to them because they know they're big money signings.
Yeah.
But both of them were more expensive than Gyokeres.
It's mad that the pressure's on that quickly, though. I think Jamie said it after the game.
In the modern day, you don't get 10 games to bed in.
There's attention span problems. Like, people want quick results. He kept saying it. I think he's got a bit of an issue with the quick results thing. Because he kept reiterating it. He said, the world wants quick results now. You don't have half a season to bed in.
Do you know who took half a season to bed in? Henry.
Yeah.
But again, nowadays he wouldn't get it. They would be doing a Pepe thing to him and going, it's not enough.
Yeah, and Pepe had good numbers.
Pepe actually had very good numbers. But it's nice to see you can get that off the mark because even getting the 2 as well felt really important because, you know, if he doesn't score at Anfield, which is very likely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he doesn't then go, because if he didn't score there, then you go down, if you go to international and he scored none in 3, and that pressure comes back on. Then you've got 3 hard games. Does he score in them?
Now was the time.
Now it's like he could not score next week and then score 2 against Forest at home.
Yeah.
And he's got 4 and 4.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, oh my God, he's going to get 30 plus goals. He's not, I don't think. But either way, that pressure comes off and he starts to probably play like that snapshot he had in the first half.
Yeah.
That was of a player that knew the pressure was going to start building.
I need to score.
Whereas the goal he scored was that of someone going, I need to remove this pressure immediately.
I
had to do it myself.
I know how to do that, yeah.
So, overall, it was such a good game. From Eze walking out to Gyokeres getting 2, Dowman getting on the pitch, the 5-0 win. It's always, you know, people say like it's just Leeds. It's like, I mean, last year in Leicester and Southampton, we won 3-2 both times.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. There's no more teams that are just that team. No.
There's no team that's 100% other than us and Spurs.
Yeah.
There's no team that have not conceded other than us and Spurs.
Yeah.
It's a competitive league. It's going to be competitive. There's no easy games. So if you can beat someone 5-0, whoever it is, just take it and enjoy it. The only downsides of the whole day was literally those 2 injuries, which we've had slight good news. But again, I'd feel much better if next week we couldn't fit everyone on our bench because we had too many players and Saka was starting and Odegaard.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not where we're at. We're going to have to figure it out. Liverpool do look shaky. Same as Man United. It doesn't matter. Liverpool could be even worse shakiness than they currently are.
Yeah.
They've conceded 4 in 2 games.
Yeah.
We will also go there with Moreno up front probably and try and do the dirtiest low block and lose 1-0 and we'll go, why don't we just try and play against them?
Yeah.
If we play against them and you put Eze on
Yeah.
and you put these players on and go, see if you can outscore them.
Do your thing, yeah.
There's a chance this could be another 4-5-2.
Yeah.
To one team.
Yeah.
Probably them, but either way, it could be high scoring.
At least there's a fight.
Yeah, whereas once you get into that mode of defending, it's hard to get back out. And if they get 1 or 2... Again, last year we went 2-0 down there and we drew 2-2. And we created a lot of chances. Yeah. But they also had won the league and it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So it's tough to know what's going to come of it. It's going to be a mad game. I don't have a prediction for it. Anfield, like I said, it's a voodoo. It's there's a pressure to it that I think our players don't know how to deal with. The only benefit is there's people like Eze now who have gone there and won recently.
Yeah.
And they don't have that pressure of that feeling of Arsenal can't win it. They have the pressure of, I won it last year, yeah.
I could become a legend.
You sit back and then you counter and they're quite easy to counter on.
Yeah.
You know, that might be his head. Gyokeres might be like, never played them. Don't remember. It's just another ground. Like, do you know what I mean? He might go, I don't know. I know I've heard of Anfield, but it doesn't really bother me. Do you know what I mean? We don't know.
I love that. I love that idea. But they're the holding champions. It's like, oh, are they?
Yeah, it's just another ground that's in 100 miles from our current ground. But do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean much to some
people. The goals
people.
are the same.
So you hope that with that turnover that is there. Because you know Gabriel's going to be up for it and those kind of guys. And we know we've got a team that are capable of winning there.
Oh, yeah.
Whether we will, it's really 50-50. The game I couldn't call. It could be 2-0 to either team. It could be 2-2. It could be 0-0. It could be 5-4 to one team. It really could be any. Name a result. Could it be 7-1 to one of the teams?
Probably. Yeah, it's so early in the season.
Really
I have
don't
no
know.
idea. No idea.
So
neither team's really left their mark properly yet. So.
Yeah, because we weren't good against United. We weren't good against Leeds for 30 minutes.
No.
And then there was a waterfall of momentum against what might be in the bottom 2 or 3 worst teams of the league.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell what's good, what's not so far.
Idea.
They've gone to Newcastle and got a result. Rio, unbelievable right at the end of that game, scoring in 100 minutes?
Yeah.
Liverpool, by the way, Newcastle deserved to win that with 10 men.
I know.
The red card was a red card, by the way, if anyone's arguing that. Should Konate have got a second booking? Yeah. But things happen. It was quite funny to watch Newcastle do what they did against us a couple of years ago, which was just, let's make this emotional in a fight.
Yeah.
And then they went too far and they got sent off. And there was something funny about that because they did the same against us. They elbowed Jorginho in the head.
They just didn't get any reds.
They just didn't get anything and they were allowed to do it. And I'm all for them not being allowed to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if that means Liverpool win, that means Liverpool win. I'm not. Again, it's one of those where at the minute you go, I'm not that bothered because at the end of the season, that's when I worry about the points.
Yeah.
But it's kind of now when you need to drop them because at the end of every season, what do? If they just drawn one,
we'd
won the league.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah.
That 90, the 100th minute goal might be the difference. Yeah. So, but again, we might not even be in a title race. We do not know yet. Ooh. It's so early, and people keep saying you're top of the league. It's like it's 2 games.
I'll take it.
But
enjoy it,
guys. I think until 10 games have happened, I don't think there's any point even looking at the table.
No.
Because there's teams like West Ham, there's teams like Wolves that haven't won.
Yeah.
And before you know it, they win 3 in a row and then they lose another.
Yeah.
And they're just middle of the pack and you forget how bad they started.
Yeah.
Things change in football so quick. We could lose at Anfield, draw at home to Forest, draw against City.
Yeah.
And then go away to Newcastle and they do that fight thing and we lose.
Yeah.
And we get 2 more points from where we are now. And we're on 8 points after a potential 18.
Yeah.
And we're 9th. That's a real... With the fixture list the way it is, there is a high chance. And we were on this podcast 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how many points we think we're going to get.
Yeah.
We came up with the number of 9, we thought. We thought maybe 8 or 9. And we were being like, I can't see where the other points come from.
Yeah.
And we were going 8 or 9. And like I said, Lewis said he reckons 10 if we're lucky. Bruno said you got to get 15 if you want to be serious this year.
Yeah.
We've started from 6 from 6. It's taken a little bit of the pressure off because you can lose this Anfield game.
Yeah.
And it's not the end of the world.
This is definitely one of the more unpredictable seasons, I feel.
It really does feel like anything
Even
can happen.
seeing what we've seen so far, like, it makes it more unpredictable.
Yeah, and it'll settle,
Yeah.
If you ask me on Halloween
Yeah.
what we think,
Yeah.
there might be 3 or 4 teams that are clearly better than the rest, and there might be 3 or 4 teams that are clearly going down. But as it stands now, it feels very weird. Like, Sunderland win 3-0, then they lose 1-0 to Burnley in a 6-pointer.
Yeah.
And everyone's going, how did they lose that? It's like, because they came 6th in the Championship last year and Burnley came 2nd.
Yeah.
And there's a 15 to 20 point difference between the two teams.
Yeah.
Burnley are actually very good.
Yeah.
Just because Sunderland bought those players doesn't necessarily mean anything.
No.
Everyone went, Chelsea can't create chances. Then they score 5.
Yeah.
It's so hard to predict. And again, like I said, if you have 3 horrible fixtures in a row, it's hard to know how good that team really is anyway.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're going, I think we're good because we beat Leeds 5-0. But we looked awful against United.
It all has to average out a little bit.
Yeah, you need a good sample size of 10 games to know where we're at. But it started as well as it can. I don't think our business is done.
No.
I think Hikapi will get done. I've got a feeling we're going to have 4 or 5 outgoings.
Yeah.
I can't imagine we're going to buy anyone else on top of that. There's a part of me, that Hikapi one is almost like, I don't know if we need it. Like, again, they're getting it because they want to get rid of Kivior.
Yeah.
Because Kivior wants to play first team football.
Yeah.
But the exchange there feels a bit like, well, can we not keep Kivior? But if Kivior doesn't want to he's like, I don't want to stay if I'm not going to play every game. And he knows he's not.
Yeah. And
he knows the lay of the land and goes, no, they're very good.
And he's proved his point. He's played for his position now. Like, other teams will want him.
Yeah. So I get it, but at the same time, it's like, do we need more defenders?
Yes. Do you know what? I'm trusting
Mascara's right there.
If Arteta wants him,
Timber, White, and Gallifrew can all play centre back.
if Arteta wants him and Berta can get him, I'll take it.
I'm just going to enjoy the spending and just
enjoy all of it. Don't listen to the noise. Just enjoy the boys.
Unless we get a deduction or something. But hey, other teams are spending the same. It's just we just sell. But saying that, United sell even worse than us. And Kobe Mainu could be off as well. I wonder if we end up with a cheeky bid for him.
I reckon we'll get Mainu.
I don't know. We need to offload about 6 players to even get a squad together. So I don't think we should be behind anyone else. But it's
good. Hoyland as well if we can.
No, absolutely not. We need. We got an absolute mad week there. We got the big Anfield game next week. We'll be kind of having like a little look back at those first 3 weeks because they'll be going into international.
Yeah.
We'll be discussing obviously what happened at Anfield, but also kind of as the league. 3 games is a good vague look at the league and go, all right, but really I think it's 10.
Well,
it's very stop-starty to start.
Well, even after the Anfield game, I think we could take what we know from the first 2 games. The Anfield game is going to also tell us a lot.
Yeah.
Because if we go there and just boss them, we're onto something.
Yeah.
If we go there and we lose, we know that it's still very like...
Yeah, and that could be the difference between winning league or not.
Yeah.
Again, it's a tough place to go because you got 2 options. You can go fire for fire or you sit back. And when you sit back and they suck that ball into the cop end... It's tough. It's tough to stop. Lots of teams have tried to stop it and they can't.
Yeah.
Us being one of them. So we'll see. Time will tell. They look a little rusty, but so do we. So it really does leave it open for a random result. We'll be back next week. Miller Mondays will return directly after Anfield on the Sunday. So on the Monday, we'll be back next Wednesday, like I said, to also talk a bit about that, but also going into an international break, having a little look back, see how the Premier League getting on as a whole, who we think are maybe the standout teams, the ones that are not. And also look at the transfer window because the transfer window will have ended by then. We'll have a little look at our business, what we think of it overall. We'll rate that out of 10, that kind of thing. But guys, please give us a 5-star review on Spotify and iTunes. Check us out, Gunners Are Us Pod on TikTok. We do a pack opening with Peppercorn Sports Cards on that channel. Every single day we're looking for a 1-of-1 in a blaster every single day with the help of Lewis. And the other thing on there is we put up any kind of Arsenal news, stuff to trigger other fans just to get the views. We do all sorts of stuff like that. So lots of good stuff coming. The new season's underway. And we'll be back next week. Joe, you got anything to say as we leave?
Yeah, have fun.
There it is. All right, that's a weird. It felt real passive as well. All right, see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.